Hello, Columbus and my friend. It's January. It's a cool, calm 20 degrees outside, and we're talking all things summer fun.
It's freezing and we're talking about summer?
We're talking it into existence, Seneca. Imagine 75 degrees, summer camp, swimming pools, the sunshine, activities, memories, the works.
So all that's for the kids, but to ensure that happens for them, we have to do this adult thing of planning and scheduling now.
Good thing we're here. We're previewing the CCS Summer Opportunities and Engagement Fair happening on Saturday, February 10th at the Columbus Library main branch from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. An event that brings over 50 organizations together to share all things summer fun.
During our roundtable, we will sit with Columbus Recreation and Parks and the Special Olympics to find out what's happening around the city.
But first, here's a word from our sponsors.
CCS students shined bright at the 39th annual MLK Junior Birthday Breakfast on Monday, January 15th. It was an honor to give remarks and introduce three of CCS's dynamic speakers: Adonia Balkis, sophomore at Whetstone High School; Patience Agundare, senior, Northland High School; and Kavion Hill, 8th grader, Columbus Gifted Academy. In their inaugural MLK Junior Birthday Breakfast oratory, Patience, Adonia, and Kavion conveyed a distinct message, delving into the responsibility of every generation to uphold Dr. King's vision of justice, unity, peace, and love. What a joy it was to spend time at Sherwood Middle School and Scottwood Elementary School on Friday, January 12th. Our students turned up the excitement by celebrating the Cleveland Browns making it to the playoffs with a Brown and Orange Spirit Week from January 8th to the 12th. Students joined in the festivities, dancing, friendly competitions, goal setting, and dress-up themes to foster school spirit and a commitment to attendance in 2024. Our students are focusing on staying in the game. Save the date. The CCS Summer Opportunity and Engagement Fair is on February 10th. Dive in and explore what Columbus offers this summer for kids and teens at the 2024 Summer Opportunities and Engagement Fair on Saturday, February 10th at Columbus Metropolitan Library main branch from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Over 50 community organizations, partners, and Columbus City Schools departments will gather to share information on camps, academic enrichment, STEM, arts, and overall summer fun. This year's festivities also feature workshops to guide families through the graduation requirements, college financial aid updates, special needs opportunities, and more. Get the resources you need to plan your child's summer.
We are back again with Sarah Wright, who is the Young Minds Program Leader. Sarah, thank you for speaking with me. I want to talk a little bit about your summer reading program. So many of you in the area are familiar with that, but for those students and families that are not familiar with your summer reading program, tell us about the exciting program.
Absolutely. Well, it kicks off on June 1st and runs until July 31st. We have all kinds of fun games and programs that come. We have a farm that visits many of our libraries. We've got bouncy houses. We've got arts, crafts, science experiments, all kinds of things to do. Folks can just check their local branch schedule at columbuslibrary.org. But within that, we also have our reading challenge. Within the challenge, we're challenging folks to read a little bit every day in the summer. So for every 5 days of reading that someone does, they get a prize. And you get rewarded just for reading. Some of those prizes include like enamel pins, or they might get a cool fidget toy. There's so many choices, awesome stickers, and then at the end they get a book that they get to keep and add to their home library. And these are some of the most exciting kinds of titles. There's Elephant and Piggy, there's Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, we've got Dog Man, Captain Underpants, all the fun stuff. And you can earn all of that just by reading. And we encourage the whole family to participate together because modeling reading is an important factor in making a reader blossom.
Yes, that's great. So the whole family can participate. Talk to us a little about the summer slide. You hear that term. What does it mean and how does this program help to prevent it?
Absolutely. So something that happens in the summer is the summer slide. And that is when you have learning loss because you're not learning, you're not reading over the summer. And if you lose that, you start to lose skills. So by having families participate together in the Summer Reading Challenge, they are actually preventing that summer slide. So then when a student starts the next school year, they are more prepared than they would have been if they didn't read it all in the summer. And some of those programs and things that we do also build on knowledge. So some of the kiddos may actually come back to the school year doing even better than they were at the end.
That's fantastic. And so, as you said, there's no age limit. Do this as a family. It's something you can do together. And then you can go to any branch, right? This is not just main library.
No, this is every branch in the library system. And they can join. They can do our free programs. They can read. You can read at the library, but you can also read at home. As long as you're reading at least 15 minutes each of those days, you get amazing prizes and then also get entered into raffles. Some of the raffles are a brand new bicycle and a helmet. Some of the other raffles include gift cards, especially for adults. And we've got amazing prizes for the teens that they actually are picking on our teen survey on our website. So the teenagers are picking the prizes that they want for the raffles. Last year that included brand new iPads that they could win, all kinds of fun things.
That's awesome. And how young can you be to get a library card? Because I know my kids loved when they were able to go and get their first library card that made them very empowered, and it was like their ticket to get books and knowledge.
Absolutely. You can get a library card on day one. So we have had brand new newborns coming in the building with their grown-up, and their grown-up is so excited to help them get their first library card. Of course, at 1 day old, they're not signing it, but the grown-up can do that part until they're ready.
Yeah, but you're establishing this love of learning, this love of reading, which is a skill that's important, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, so thank you. And we're standing here in front of this beautiful mural that Amina Robinson created. Come check out this beautiful space. Visit any of your local libraries to be a part of the summer reading program. We look forward to you joining. Welcome to the table. Today we have the great opportunity of welcoming two folks that will be presenting at the Summer Opportunity and Engagement Fair. Unlike last year's sessions, we are having the opportunity to have workshops where we will host 9 different sessions that will talk about tips, tools, and strategies to support your students during the summer months. We'll have an elementary school track, middle school track, and a high school track. And so today, I'm lucky to sit with Brianna Ross, who is the Recreation Administrative Coordinator at Columbus Recreation and Parks. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And I also have John Essen, who is also the Special Olympics Coordinator for Columbus City Schools. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for both sitting with us to talk about these great opportunities from your organizations. So let's just dig right in and tell me a little bit about the organization and the work that you do with that organization.
Yeah, well, with Columbus Recreation and Parks, we are mission driven to be able to connect the people of our community to wellness, creativity, and to nature. And with our programs that we offer, summer programs, sport programs, cultural arts, we have aquatics, also can get into outdoor recreation as well, and also our therapeutic recreation area as well. To be able to provide 8 weeks of great programming for our youth, starting from age 6 all the way up to our teens, to be able to have somewhere engaging, fun, active to be able to go. And we try to meet everyone where they're at, no matter their walks of life, what community in Columbus they're in, we have something for everyone.
And I'm sure, John, you're smiling because this sounds a little bit about like the Special Olympics program and the work that you do at Special Olympics. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so we're actually part of the school district, and I actually work for Columbus Schools. So our program is open not only to any current Columbus Schools students that are on IEP, but also any that graduated, so any of our alumni. So we have about 1,500 current students enrolled in our program, and about 300 of our alumni students. We're in 71 different schools, so we have a lot of programs during the school year, but we have several that roll into the summer as well that we're excited to talk about.
Yes, and so you have both of your organizations are year round. How much work though goes into planning for the summer and summer months?
We're planning all year to be able to provide for those summer months. I mean, it definitely takes a lot of hands to be able to provide trip opportunities, educational opportunities, not just within our department itself, but with partners within the community, within Columbus, but to be able to provide those awesome experiences that kids may not be able to get anywhere else. So we are steadily planning. Once camp is over, we are already looking at what did we do well, what could we do differently, and how do we better serve our community. And that goes all year so that we can be ready for them again the following year.
And so, you know, a lot of people have this idea that summer, I'm off, I don't want to do anything, but why is it important for our students to still remain engaged and even beyond the summer, extracurricular activities?
Yeah, well, a big part of it with Special Olympics is everybody thinks of us as a sports program first, and I've come to learn that a lot more of what we offer is the social engagement. And that's a big part of the summer. I think a lot of times, especially for a lot of our athletes in Special Olympics, they deal with isolation a lot, and Special Olympics gives them a kind of constant that they know every week that we have activities. They're going to get to see a bunch of their friends and do things. And I think it gives them a chance over the summer so they don't kind of get separated and lose that engagement to keep doing things.
And I really commend you for bringing that up in the isolation and social experiences, because in a world where we're so connected with phones, it is important to be out there and to having the one-on-one and face-to-face. You know, with Parks and Rec, you talked a little bit about all the programming. Why is it important for us to tap into the creative arts of our students' lives? Oh,
creative arts is an amazing additional piece to add on to learning. So a lot of people always want to think about the physical activity, get the kids out there, run and play and do things. But it really shows that with creativity, you're able to learn, people learn differently. They're able to really bring those curious questions to be able to grow them, to be able to have more understanding of what they're doing in their field, whatever it is. If they like sports, but they're doing something creative, they can really pair that together. So it just helps aid in additional growth, experience, and exposure to new things, different cultures, different languages, and different communities and who we serve to be able to learn that creative aspect and to grow from that.
Yeah, really embracing them as a whole child,
for sure,
right?
yes,
Perspective,
exactly.
Which is right in alignment with the work that the district does when we're talking about embracing and teaching the whole child. So a lot of our work comes with teaching and learning these new vocabularies. So the word adaptive, for those that don't know what that means, tell us what that means when something is adaptive and talk about your adaptive programming.
And so the big thing with Special Olympics is we're gonna, as I said, we're open to anybody in an IEP, so we're gonna find a place for everybody, no matter the challenges that they have to overcome. The one nice thing we do with all our sports and Special Olympics is we division, so we separate our athletes out by age and ability. So if you're on a basketball team, for example, we have 8 different basketball teams of all kinds of different abilities. So you never have to worry about you know, maybe if you're not quite as good at sports, whatever activity you want to do, you're not going to get paired up against somebody that's significantly better than you, where you won't be competitive with them. So that's one of the ways. And we also have, I'll use tennis as an example. So depending on your ability, we have different size balls that you can use. So if you're a little bit lower ability, you have a little bit bigger ball to make it easier to hit. If you're really good, then we'll get down to like a regulation size tennis ball. So, and same thing with volleyball, there's a modified volleyball where we have a lower net to hit over. So one way or another, we'll find a spot that you can fit into our Special Olympics program.
So it ties into what you spoke about, Brianna, meeting students where they are and really just having a desire to play, and you guys will work with them.
Yes,
Sounds like.
I always say just show up. We'll find if you have a sport that you're interested in, show up, try it out. We'll find a place for you to fit. The other thing I always encourage too is we offer a lot of different sports. Try out a few of them, see which one you really like, and that's one of the things that we've kind of struggled with is our athletes, they think, this is my sport. And sometimes they don't want to reach out and try some new ones. So we've been adding in some new sports like pickleball and cornhole and some ones like that. So just more chances for them to be engaged.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. Brianna, talk to me about your adaptive programming that you have at Columbus Recreation.
So with our therapeutic recreation, we have 4 different camps available at 4 different locations where you're able to have your child for any level of physical need or even developmental need to be able to assist them in experiencing summer just like any other child is able to. So we have, a sports camps, we have swim camps as well. We also have outdoor recreation, adventure camps, and then the standard, summer camp where you get kind of a plethora of all of the opportunities with trips, the social experiences. We're looking forward to adding some gardening opportunities for our youth as well. But then even outside of that, we also have an inclusion team where kids that are in our center camps, we don't have to say only go to therapeutic recreation for our assistance. We are steadily working to make sure that we provide inclusion plans for our students to help our staff, help with transitions or help with anger management or help with directives and things of that nature to help kids navigate through just the standard summer camp experience, so they don't have to feel like they have to go somewhere else to be accommodated, that we're able to assimilate them into what everyone else is, where their friends might be, where their siblings might be, so that they don't have to be in somewhere separate.
So you must have read my mind, because that's where I was going to go next, is the opportunities beyond the session that you might take. To both of you, what are the opportunities, the lifelong learning that happens as a result of participating in your programming?
Yeah, so when you have a kid come in and they've never been ice skating or to the Clippers game or even to the Columbus Zoo maybe, you're able to give them those experiences that they'll never forget. And then that encourages them to be like, I had such a great time during summer. What else is there available for me throughout the school year? And we've really started boosting up our after school program to be able to have that connection with students after school, give them a safe place with after school meals and some enrichment programming to keep that progress going on throughout the day for them. We have sport leagues, we have art programming, theater programs as well. Our cultural arts centers have various different things of the creative side as well. And then as well, as you mentioned, with therapeutic recreation, we have a lot of programming in various sports, whether it's recreational or even adaptive competitive leagues where people can actually go to different cities and play other teams, youth or adults. So we really try to make sure that summer camp isn't what all we're known for, but it's definitely the entry point in many cases. And then it's like, oh, you guys do so much more, and let's keep exposing them to new experiences through our systems.
That's great. It's like a springboard, a little taste of what you can get, right?
Exactly.
And then come and see the rest of the menu. John, talk to us about what experiences, you talked about a little bit about the social part, but talk more about what other aspects.
Sure. So, I think a big thing we try to do is offer our athletes experiences they might not normally get in other opportunities. So a great one I'll use is this past weekend, I got to take our girls team to play at halftime of the OSU Michigan women's game. So they got to go on the court, play in front of 5,000 people. It was a really great experience. We also, the highlight of our summer experience, we play our state championships is the end of June, which is at summer games. So we have 6 different sports. We are at Ohio State for the entire weekend, and that to me kind of showcases everything that we're trying to incorporate. So they get to compete at state championships for their sport, just like our high school athletes would. They have to go through local, regional, and states to qualify, but then not only are they competing there, we have an amazing opening game ceremony that looks just like a mini Olympics opening ceremony. We're lighting the torch and everything like that. We have dances, pizza parties, all kinds of social activities going on all weekend, and those are really those lifelong friendships that they'll make. And especially with our program, you never age out of Special Olympics. Our oldest athlete is 53 that's in our program, and it's really neat for me when I see we get a new athlete in that's like 10 years old that's just started our program. I'm looking at them going, if they stick with it, I'm going to get to see them go all the way through high school, early adulthood, and by the time I retire, they'll be in their 30s. So that's a really neat experience that they get to get, and all the friendships that they get to make along the way.
Wow, yes, I love that. So summer, both of you touched a little bit about your year-long programs. Let's talk and expose the families in our audience to that. What are some other opportunities throughout the year that our students can get at Columbus Parks and Rec?
Yeah, so at Recreation and Parks, we're able to provide, as mentioned, the after-school programming. So we've expanded that to 15 total sites to be able to have that connection after school, help with homework. They get meals as well through Children's Hunger Alliance. So we're able to sustain or impact the whole child, as you had mentioned. We also do sport leagues throughout the year, where you have basketball, baseball, flag football, soccer. I know that they're trying to start a volleyball, so we know there's a lot of interest in that. But then you have opportunities for girls empowerment programs or art classes. We even have music lessons for whether it's piano or a different type of instrument of choice, dance classes, gymnastics programs. So we have a lot of things to foster the knowledge, the skill, the abilities of all of our kids, whatever that may be. We want to find those new and creative, unique things to be able to really garner the interest of not just our youth, but also families, adults, and seniors. You mentioned pickleball. Pickleball is like the booming thing right now. And I don't think we can offer enough court time for pickleball, but we definitely offer the pickleball. We have fitness memberships with our gyms and fitness activities that are available, and just trying to provide for the wholeness of everyone, adults, families, youth, no matter where they come from.
Excellent. And John, you specified earlier about the summer, but what are the other sports and activities that are offered with Special Olympics?
And we almost look like our high school sports do. So we have seasons just like they do and compete at regional and state events, but we'll get into flag football in the fall. We're in our basketball, swim season, and competitive cheer right now. So we have 17 total sports that we do. And those are year-round, and athletes can play pretty much as many sports as they want to. But we also try, getting back to the social aspect of our program, trying to hit some of those needs as well. So every month we try to do a fun activity. So we had a Christmas dance, we'll do a movie night, maybe a game night where we get together with some coaches and volunteers, play some board games. We're looking at probably July 4th doing a viewing party somewhere where athletes can come together and watch it. So just a lot of different fun activities that they can all hang out and have some fun with each other.
You both make me want to sign up for both of your camps. Sounds excellent. Yeah, there's great opportunities. So as a lasting point as we leave here and go into the 2024 Summer Opportunities Fair, why should families plan to participate in your sessions?
Yeah, I mean, the connections that the kids develop through the summer is really, priceless. I mean, they are able to connect with kids that maybe they wouldn't have met in any other way, but because of camp. And then they see them year after year because they keep going back. And then you have a lifelong friend, a connection in the community that keeps you grounded. Being able to know that your child is safe at our facilities, to be able to learn, to have fun, to grow, and to have those SEL, social emotional learning opportunities to excel and expand within your child. I mean, what else can you ask for? But to not put your child into summer camp, it's like you're taking summer fun away from them. They get all of these really cool experiences, and I know that every kid that I've ever been through with camp, they're like, when are we coming back? When is it going to start? I'm ready to see, this counselor or that teacher or something like that. So every kid looks forward to it, and it's definitely a great place to put your kid.
Yeah, that's how you know you have impact, right? Yeah.
And that safe place is such an important thing, because I think that's something that both our programs offer, and a constant where our students and athletes that are involved in our programs know they're always going to have this place to go to, and not only their peer group friends, but also as you mentioned, the counselors, and in our case, the coaches and volunteers that they get to make friends with. I'll add too, and I know the Parks and Rec's the same way, it's important to get enrolled in these programs pretty early. That big June event that I was talking about, our season starts in April for that. I'm really glad this fair is a little bit earlier now, so it gives families a chance to see what we're doing and get enrolled and kind of plan out your summer a little bit earlier.
Yes, and thank you for mentioning that. That was very intentional because we want to provide our families the opportunities to get those slots and spots early. So tell me, when could we look forward to registering for these fantastic camps?
Yeah, so we have our outdoor recreation camp programs will open on February 22nd at 6 p.m. for all Columbus residents. And then on February 27th, that Tuesday, it'll open for all of our community center camps for the rest of the programs available starting at 6 p.m. for Columbus residents.
Okay, so you've got a couple dates to look forward to. Yep. Specifically, if you have any other specific questions that you'd like to ask them in our other workshops, we have 7 other workshops along with 50 plus vendors that will be spotlighting their camps and other opportunities on Saturday, February 10th. We hope that you'll come out and join us and learn more to provide your family with summer opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into Faces, the show that gives you access to all points Columbus and Columbus City Schools.
From our district departments to our community partners, we are bringing our families and community together for a conversation to discover what connects us all, the joy of learning.
Remember, be courageous.
Be yourself. Be the light you wish to see.